Welcome to the EG Media Show, where we bring you weekly current events in the world of entertainment. We are the source for you to get your movie scoops, television series, and any other media we can gain insights to bring you. We thank you for taking the time to join us weekly, and we will always make sure to give you nothing but the best in the latest news. And now your host Mike, or as we like to call him, Mr. Review.
What's up, EG Media fans? We're back for another one. This would be the July of last week, July 18th show that we promised you to upload. A lot of things going on in the background, but we are definitely going to drop 2 shows this week, get you guys caught up. So, great to have you guys here. Last week we talked about a little bit of Star Trek news, talked about some Star Wars, and we're going to be following the same pattern in today's show. We're going to go over some general entertainment, some movies, and go over some TV shows, TV spots, and try to make this one a short one. Next week may be a little bit more involved, but I'd like to take the time to go over a couple of things that I think are pretty cool. So, the next movie coming up for the Thor series, I'm assuming this is going to be part of Phase 4. The newly announced Marvel film is going to be Thor: Love and Thunder. Now, again, of course, the title itself is a little funny for me. Love and Thunder. I mean, it sounds like it's a bad '70s TV show or something. But, that's going to be the title as far as from so far what's been announced. So, mini spoiler alert ahead. Of course, we don't even know what the movie's about, but based on what certain media outlets are saying. So the way it's going to go is Natalie Portman's going to be returning. Reprise her role as Jane Foster. Me personally, I don't have anything personal against Natalie Portman. I just think that her acting is a complete snooze fest, and I just don't see any chemistry between, her and Hemsworth in the movies. I mean, the best movie so far in the Thor series has been the one that she has not been involved in. Just the whole. I don't get it. I mean, just overall, the whole, when the guy has the girl in the movie, where it kind of takes over the whole movie, Ragnarok was fun and adventurous because it wasn't centered on that, The first Thor movies were just centered on that, it just took away from Thor as a character. But, they have her in there, and, the overall layout of the movie is going to play out as far as have her take on the role of Thor. I guess what's going to happen is that with all the events that's happened in Thor's life, Thor being Chris Hemsworth Thor, I guess he's going to become unworthy. They're going to follow the Marvel Comics series that I don't think it was that popular. It seems that the Marvel Universe or Marvel Entertainment is going towards the comic storylines, which a lot of them were not that popular. I myself do not find any interest in seeing, again, no problem with a strong female character, female superhero. I just don't find any interest in Natalie Portman playing a female character. I just think her acting is totally boring, in my opinion. But that's what they have planned. What could be interesting, though, is when they make Chris Hemsworth Thor unworthy to carry the hammer. That's going to be interesting, where they have that storyline go, where he went for years following another character line as far as Thor being unworthy, but still having some of his powers and still remaining a hero. But we'll see how they follow that. That's going to be an interesting storyline. So, yeah, I'd like to see a good follow up to that. Moving on, another great news that's coming up, and I don't know when they're going to put this one to bed, is the storyline for Terminator. So they're bringing back. Now again, this is very in its infancy stage at this point, but they're talking about bringing back Terminator, and I don't know if they're going to retcon all the other movies so far, but they're gonna bring back the Terminator series that follows along the lines of the first two, which had, Arnold Schwarzenegger just protecting the original John Connor that he was, he's being a bodyguard of. So they're talking about bringing that back, that series, and then following up with that and see how that goes. Yeah, and so they're bringing back Edward Furlong. He hasn't been in the series since Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This was back in the 90s, 1991 to be exact. He played John Connor. He was the rebellious son, obviously, of Sarah Connor. And back in that movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger came back as his protector. And ever since then, that particular type of Terminator who Arnold plays, I believe it's a T500, or I believe that's the model, unless I'm mistaken. I could be wrong. So he's coming back in that movie, and I believe they're going to sort of move along that time frame, from the first one and the second one, and then they're gonna, pretty much go along with this timeline. How they're going to fit in the other, the other movies, that remains to be seen. It's going to be Terminator Dark Fate. We'll see how that goes. It seems like it could be interesting. You never know. So, but the Terminator, I think the Terminator movies, possibly after this one, it's probably going to run its course. At this point, I don't know who's going to take the mantle, of Arnold Schwarzenegger playing the Terminator, unless they completely do CGI, who knows? Who knows? Nowadays, you could do a lot of things with CGI. But I'm at the point where, you've done that character to death at this point. It's good to just take it and be done with it. But so yeah, and that I guess that T series is T800. Arnold's Terminator model is T800. But that'll be interesting. We'll see how that goes. That could be interesting. So moving from the movies to the basically, I wanted to go over two brief topics till we end today's show. Something real cool that Marvel's coming up with some original. I like original ideas, or bringing back ideas that were very original at the time they were used. The What If series. They're going to do a TV show. I believe for their channel, and or possibly a movie. It's going to be based on the 1970s What If comics. The animated series, possibly. It's possibly going to be a movie, and they haven't announced it yet. So they're either talking about a movie in Phase 4 or some type of animated series. I think it most likely will be an animated series. That's kind of examining the events of the MCU and imagine how things would have turned out if there's a slight difference in how things went. I think that'd be pretty interesting. Give the not that they would listen to me, but give the Marvel studio heads a hint. Possibly if the fight between Thanos and Hulk. Maybe if Hulk got a redemption fight, just kind of a hint out there. Maybe an Endgame. Maybe give him a punch or two. Let him hit Thanos a couple of times. But that's just one fan's opinion. I'm still probably going to rant about that till the day I'm old. But that's very cool. Very cool idea. I think I'd be very interested to see that. I know I touched upon this last time, and I'd like to go over it again a little bit. I see that they're going to bring back Young Justice. Talked about Young Justice last couple of shows. How much I'm enjoying that series. Season 4 has been confirmed, and the production of the new season has already started. That's pretty nice. As far as the last season's storylines were very, very interesting. It kind of continued on the good writing of the first two seasons. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as far as the storylines, where it goes. What type of new adventures that they're going to be, announcing towards that storyline. So, this show's been kind of running on 8 minutes now, but we're definitely going to be back next week. So, as always, I appreciate you listening, tuning in. Please, if you like the content, comment, like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. And it's, very important that you guys, get involved and give me some comments on what you'd like to see going forward. Once again, as always, thanks for listening. Take care. See you soon. Bye.